on the show today is the athletic director for the Jets at Jackson College, Courtney Ivan. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, Bart.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
It's a busy summer at JC. You've got camps going on.
It is. We had a youth baseball camp last week. We had about 40 youngsters from age 6 to 13 out there, which was awesome to see. They got to be on our new fields, use our new batting cages, and get a lot of great instruction from our coaches and new and former players that we have. And last night, softball hosted a high school camp. In the weeks prior to that, we had some team shootouts for our basketballs, and we're looking forward to a lot of other activities this summer with all of our sport teams. So very excited and happy to have people back on campus and just putting a little more life out there and using our fine facilities that we do have.
It looks like you attracted students from quite a distance to be at last night's camp.
Yes, we had players and students from all over past Kalamazoo and Plainwell, up through Lansing. A lot of local talent was there as well. We have a lot of our former players are actually now high school coaches. A former athlete of ours, Kylie Cochran's the coach at Columbia Central. She had a couple girls there. Ashlyn Parker, who's coaching a middle school team and high school rec team, she had some athletes there. You know, she's a J High alum, so it was awesome to have well representation from a lot of our county high schools and having those athletes out there on our campus, which was great.
And your current softball athletes are there to help.
They're there to help as well. Same with our coaches, so they can see themselves in that role in the future and get a lot of one-on-one attention, and it makes for a great time for everybody.
Last night was the first time athletes, coaches, officials got a chance to actually step foot on the brand new field.
Basically, we had a few practices out there in late May as we're still finishing a lot of stuff up, but we didn't have a backstop up, and that's now done. I know prior to in May they were still working on our dugouts, but this was the first time a lot of our athletes got to go out there and see the dugout benches and see the backstop netting and having a more finished product, if you want to call it that. So they are looking phenomenal as we're still buttoning up a few odds and ends, but they are looking great.
Yeah, we're anxious to see it once everything is completely done, and I know you are going to have a grand opening once that happens. But just looking at the photos that Jeff Steers and you sent in, place looks great. What are some of the features that are new to both the softball and the baseball diamonds?
So a lot of the features that we have new dugouts and fencing, which are great. They're expanded so we can fit our teams inside them, and they are much better, safer for them. There's also some on-site storage. So baseball luckily is closer to a storage facility than softball, so they're able to have some rakes and other items there to keep the field well maintained. There's also a brand new 2-lane batting cage, so it's helpful for batting practice beforehand, or if other teams are doing other things in the field, they're able to be able to get in there and get some swings in, as well as some new bullpens, which are great for our pitchers to work on items and warm up for games. So having a lot of great items there for us, and top of the line, they look snazzy.
They do. It really is a huge difference because it was pretty bare bones before.
They were. They served us well. They have seen a lot of things in their lifetime. So this is great to get something new and bigger. And the press boxes, I think, are going to be great for us and for the events we want to hold and host.
Yeah, Jeff Steers, I asked him to give me a little report on the field. And the most significant thing that Jeff reported was the press box is air conditioned. So that's good.
It is also heated, which is even better. Right now, yes, definitely need the air conditioning, but a lot of our season, March, April, sometimes it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
So, even having that roof over your head and the wall is I am very excited for myself to be out there and to utilize that personally.
Lights,
yes.
For the first time.
Yes, which is great. I know our softball camp that they're running late July, they're hoping to have the lights on to give that feel to them. So I know we're looking at some night games for our athletes in the fall when they get back on campus, and some of our youth tournaments in the summer, we're looking at utilizing those as well.
Great. Well, let's look back at the Jets season of 2021-22. You had great. I think the women's basketball team was unbelievable. What a great season!
Great season for them, especially having a year off with COVID the year prior, coming back and finishing co-champs in the MCCA West, which is awesome, which was great.
Yeah.
Happy to see.
Really, two great years in a row, despite the pandemic. Is there an advantage with the pandemic? Are you able to keep athletes for third year?
We were there is an advantage with that. We did have. They gave a year of eligibility back, so it didn't count against our athletes. So essentially, they can be here for 3 years, which some students need 3 to finish their associate's degrees, or they can do a little bit, I don't want to say slowered plan, but they can be less accelerated. Or athletes that are in some of our second admit programs that don't typically get to continue on playing with our dental hygiene and nursing program are able to stay around for that third year when they're going to be taking classes anyway to get that credential, or able to continue to participate. So it's been great and wonderful for us and for our athletes, I think.
Yeah, I talked to one of the men that's on the basketball team just a couple weeks ago. He's staying in Jackson in the summer for the Heritage project, and he jumped at the opportunity to be able to play 3 years and spread out his education over 3 years. So
absolutely. It's been a great thing for a lot of our athletes.
Men's season was good as well.
Men's season was great as well. Again, being off for 2 years, having a new coach come in, having a lot of new faces, we did very well. Overall, we made the tournament, had a great representation, competed hard, have a lot of those young men coming back, so we're excited where we're going to go moving forward. They just went to a showcase in Iowa, played a lot of big-time schools in front of some big coaches, so it was a great exposure tournament for them, and our women went as well.
Yeah, the goal, I think, for just about everybody that's on the junior college level is making it to the next 4-year school and keep playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What did you play in high school and college?
In high school, I played softball and basketball. College, I played basketball, and I threw some track, so...
And you've helped out with coaching, although right now you're not officially one of the coaches.
Correct. I started off as a college basketball coach, and I have filled in almost every coaching position, from golf to volleyball to cross country, so I can.
So you know everything. In case somebody went down, you're there.
I can fill in short term. It might not be a long-term solution, but I can keep that boat floating.
Now, good news. The volleyball program, which did not field a team last year, it's back.
Yes, which is great. We have a brand new hire, Lisa Bradley, a local woman, recently coaching at Napoleon High School, has taken the reins of the team, and we are looking to have a great season coming up this fall. So really looking forward to that and getting our team back out there, because there's a lot of great volleyball talent within the county, and happy to showcase it.
Yes, and I know they've already been heavily recruiting for this coming year.
Yes, they have. We've had some prospect camps just to look at future recruits, current recruits, getting them out there. We're going to do one last tryout in late July, since the season starts August 1. So if there's any other uncommitted 22s or previous players that have graduated that aren't playing currently that are interested, reach out to Jackson College and my department, and we'll definitely get you in touch, and there'll be a lot more information going out on that as well. Awesome.
And beautiful facilities. The field house, which is phenomenal, hosts the Sportsman's Banquet. You guys do a lot of fundraising for the department.
We do. Sportsman's Banquet this year is a little different. We ran it in March, and normally it's in February, and it was a great turnout. We were very excited to have JTV and yourself there taking some photos. This is one of our marquee annual events for anyone that likes hunting, fishing, outdoors. It's not all hunting items, but there's a lot of other items there for raffling and just a great support out there, and a great social event. One of my favorites to be at and to attend.
I don't hunt, and I fished maybe 3 times in my life, but I still enjoy the event. And it really is something for everybody, but everything about it, the dinner and the raffles, it's just a great afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that one as well.
Yeah, I didn't win anything. I always hope that I'll win something that I won't know how to use.
It happens sometimes. Everyone you just like to win. It's okay.
The golf outing, also another fundraiser. We haven't had that yet, though, have we?
We have not had that yet. We are hosting that again. This will be October 1st this year. Last year was probably the first year we bumped it back in October. Normally it used to be in September, but with graduation last year, we bumped it back a month, and it went over very well, and so we're going to continue hosting that there in that first weekend in October. So
there you are, drawing winners. One of the neat things about this event too, Courtney, is you've got athletes participating. They're table runners, they're monitoring the auction, they're serving. It's a full effort from everyone.
Absolutely, and it's great to get them involved, and so they get to see who supports them, and they help make that connection, and it's more meaningful for them. So I really love having them there and being a part of any and all of our fundraisers and events that we do. They really get something out of it themselves.
It's really business support too, in which I know you guys work really hard to get that. That's very helpful, and anyone that wants to help just athletics, there's so many different ways, and Courtney would love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Now the next camps, we've got some more still to come. I know softball's got another camp. It's called a prospects camp. What's the difference between that camp and the one you had last night?
So they do sometimes some different drills and activities. Sometimes our prospect camp, we will reach out to individuals and invite them to there, or it may be someone that might be interested in attending Jackson College and playing softball, so they want to get on that radar. And sometimes the dates just work out a little bit differently. There will also be a tour with our prospect camp in July, so they can see the rest of campus and not just come there just for technique and skill instruction. They can get an idea of what the overall feel of campus is, so they might say, you know what, this really is a place I want to play at, and have that opportunity to showcase their skills in front of the coaches.
And it's nice to see the investment in the facilities with the two baseball and softball fields. I know there's some more things that are being discussed.
There are some more things being discussed. There is another additional plan with our outdoor facilities is to have a concession and restroom area, and kind of a mini locker room changing station out there by the baseball, softball fields, and to put in some sidewalks to connect all the fields along with our soccer fields. So that's, I think, one next thing that's in the planning steps, as well as I guess the bubble building is being coined currently, which will provide an additional recreational space, and exactly what that looks like is we're still planning and looking. So
yeah, some people are hoping it's Top Golf, but it's that kind of a building, isn't it?
I believe so. It's supposed to be kind of in that same way as it's almost an inflatable dome that you've seen that sometimes host have turf fields that have golf in it. I don't know what kind of flooring yet we're looking for. I know there's a big push for turf just for that golf, and soccer and some of those other indoor flag football ideas and things. But I know we're still looking at a lot of that stuff.
It's going to be neat to have. And the Rose Run, also another fundraiser for athletics, for I think cross country primarily.
Cross country takes the lead on that since they're the running folks for the running thing. But the Rose Run has been a long time tradition, and we're happy to be a part of that and help put that on. And big thanks to Jeff and Tina Beagle that really take the forefront of that and do a lot of the planning and help them get things going well. We're just happy to be the kind of that host site of it and get people on campus and showcase our facilities as they go and run and come back, and hopefully not too tired.
Campus looks great, and I can't wait to see the new fields in person. Always a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for coming in.
You as well. Thanks, Bart.
Courtney Ivan is the athletic director for the Jets, Jackson College. Up next here on JTV, I think Courtney and Kevin could have driven in together. He's across the street at the ISD. Superintendent Kevin Oxley joins me next. Stay tuned.